We're wrapping up Q1 earnings season in the next couple of weeks, so we still got some time here. But according to FactSet, more than 90% of S&P 500 companies have reported quarterly results, 78% posting profit beats here. And Goldman Sachs equity strategist David Costin says he's noticed three themes that have dominated earnings calls: AI, the U.S. consumer, and cost controls. Now, starting with AI, Costin's team says 41% of S&P 500 companies discussed AI, artificial intelligence, on calls versus 23% a year earlier. And of course, we know consumers and cost controls. Cost controls, interesting because that can go one way or the other. That can mean that you hear from companies saying that they're going to be pulling back on spending in certain areas of the business, maybe operationally, in order to reinvest in other large areas where they see demand being a boon to their business. And I think about Meta Platforms and how that company, sure, they had a solid quarter, but at the same time, they announced a major kind of wave of investing that they're anticipating coming forward from here on their generative AI ambitions as well here.
Yeah, and exactly what Goldman is saying within this note. They're saying that firms this quarter have emphasized the actions that they've taken to manage those expenses and to keep costs under control. And that is a theme that they expect to continue here for as long as this uncertainty remains over the timing and the magnitude of policy easing. So that is a theme that maybe they are expecting here to hold in the current quarter. I also want to go back to what you led with there, and that was what we're hearing about AI. And what stuck out to me was where AI is being mentioned in terms of that sector breakdown. And energy, seeing the largest increase in the proportion of companies that are discussing AI. And to put that even more specific here for the audience, nearly 70% of the S&P 500 energy companies have mentioned AI on their earnings calls, and that's versus just 19% last quarter. So as the discussion starts to shift to the energy transition, to the role that the energy companies are going to play and to support those AI demands, we are starting to see that become more of a focus here for investors. And as a result, we are also seeing it become more of a focus for executives as they are trying to win over the fact with analysts, with investors, that they are at the forefront of this transition and that they are well positioned to capitalize on this going forward.
We didn't even talk about the consumer. Relatively consistent is what the CFO of Walmart says.